Um, my love affair with Ghostsigns really didn't start with a thunderclap. It really began, we were friends first. I have been collecting antique ads and vintage ads since I was a kid, and I researched advertising history for my graduate thesis.
As a kid, I was approaching it from the standpoint of, these ads look cool and they're funny. As I was in grad school, I was kind of looking at it as a piece of social history. I think that an advertisement can tell us quite a lot about the people who created it and the people they were creating it for, or how they viewed the people they were creating it for. What are their dreams? What do they aspire to? What do they value? What are some of the cultural norms?
I had been noticing ghost signs for a couple of years around my town.
It got me thinking about what this place looked like over decades.
Ads because they were place-based, because they were part of a neighborhood and the fabric of a neighborhood and the history of a neighborhood as a point of interest and a place of nostalgia.
So I had these sort of like two different interests going, and I really didn't think of them as something that was connected until I saw the ghost sign that changed it all.
It was July 4th, 2013 in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
We kind of came around a corner, and to our left was this mural advertisement, full color, huge, and high up on the wall,
with a really detailed illustration of the Sarasota flower boy, who's this really angelic looking, pudgy-faced little boy in a hat.
Looking very cute. I had never seen an advertisement painted on a wall that was as beautiful and detailed and had so much artistry as some of the advertisements that I had been admiring and collecting from vintage and antique magazines. I'd never seen that before, and suddenly it all clicked.
What I loved about antique advertising, in terms of what an ad from a particular era can tell us about how people lived in that time and what mattered to them, what their values were, what some of the cultural norms were. I'd never really thought that I could find that in a wall ad, but I didn't even know there was a word, ghost sign. I called them old building signs.
The things that I really, really loved about advertising and advertising history, the aesthetics of it and the craft of it and the psychology of it and kind of the things that we can learn about our shared history and what life was like back then. All those things could be in a building sign, which I loved for other reasons, because it was a part of neighborhood history and it was a point of interest in a landscape. It made me think a lot about place in time,
These two different kinds of things that I loved were coming together in this one beautiful Sarasota flower ad, which was near the riverfront in Minnesota, the river that powered a mill that sort of powered the local economy of Minneapolis and had a lot of meaning in the local history. I was really transfixed. I had written about ghost signs before, but it never occurred to me to take a picture, but I had to have a picture of this one. And pretty soon I realized that these building signs are ephemeral. They have a limited lifespan. They're fading away. By definition, ghost signs are fading away. And if I wanted to capture them, to memorialize them, I better get going. I had a really big sense of urgency that I wanted to photograph as many of them as I could while they were still here. I've been at it ever since.